KICC TV. He is also the founder of King's. Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo is a dynamic preacher, having preached for over 30 years. He is also a leader and a prolific table companies, which in TV. He is also the founder of Kingsway International Christian Center, a Christian charity with a global footprint in 214 nations via television, with a volunteer base of over 1,000 staff. His weekly telecast, Winning Ways, is a source of inspiration and motivation to many. He is a strong advocate and a voice in the Pentecostal Christian community in the United Kingdom. He is a constant female Christian radio station. As an author, he has received accolades for his astounding books. He is the winner of the Nigerian Booksellers Award for Tongues of Fire and many more. He currently hosts Winning Ways, which is shown on TBN Daystar, God Channel, and aired on Premier Christian Radio. Known for his zeal for wealth creation, Pastor Matthew holds a wealth masterclass on how to develop a millionaire mindset, a seminar on broke to billionaire, and many more wealth creation lectures. As a first-timer speaker at the Wealth Summit, we are excited to have the man of the hour here. Please make welcome Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo to the Wealth Summit 2023.
Please keep clapping. You're celebrating a timeless icon with vintage wisdom. If you love Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, make some noise. Come on now. You may be seated. What a great privilege to be here this morning. And I sincerely hope and pray that everything being done here will be impactful and your life will never be the same. First of all, I want to celebrate the organizers of this auspicious conference, the Pertinence Group. Please put your hands together for them. Put your hands together and celebrate them. Come on, appreciate them. Appreciate them. I also want to specifically appreciate one of the speakers who has a great passion to see people create wealth, walk in wealth, experience wealth. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, put your hands together and celebrate him. And you also for taking the time to be here, not minding the rain, not minding the time, and you are here. May I ask you to please celebrate yourself. I have been asked to speak on the subject of wealth, and I'm trying to, I don't know if they're able to run the PowerPoints now. If they are not, I'll just flow. Able? Okay, we'll just see how it goes. First of all, let me just, by way of a preamble, prepare your mind. Sometimes you find that people go through a mindset of, should we create wealth? Should we not create wealth? Particularly if you are of the faith like I am, and you are a pastor like I am, or you are a Christian like I am. Sometimes people mix scriptures. And I'm very glad that this is a mixed crowd. This is not about Islam or Hinduism or whatever. It's about wealth creation. So you are in the right spot. However, for the sake of those people who sometimes have a problem in their mind, creating that shift to come to an understanding that God wants you to be wealthy. God wants you to create wealth. God wants you to handle wealth for several reasons. The only person who benefits from your lack, thank you very much, sir. The only person who benefits from your lack is the devil. That's the only person. Your next door neighbor needs you to be wealthy so you can help him. Today is Saturday. On Tuesday, we were interviewing the people who we were interviewing a COO We needed a CEO for a new initiative I'm starting. It's a crusade that will be distributing food to about 50,000 people during daytime and preaching in the evening. And as we got into the room we wanted to use in Adebola house, some young man brings water for me and the other interview. His face, he was smiling. And I'm thinking, do I know you? He said, you know me, sir. I used to be a caddy at Ikeja Golf Course, and one of those who used to pull your bag when you want to play golf. You sent me to Polytechnic and paid my school fee. I said, really? I didn't know. Because I had sent so many to my office, I just say, go and register, and then we'll pay your school fee. I paid for his OND, I paid for his HND, and still I do not even know him. That is why you should create wealth. So that this guy, I gave him wings to fly. He flew out of the golf course where he was a caddy, where they are putting pennies into his hand. Now he's an accountant in an office in Adebola house. That is wealth creation. Matter of fact, I think I sent so many. In fact, I took 2 of them out of the place and sent to Ghana to go to university. One of my sons in ministry owns a university, Marshall's University. A young girl was pulling the bag for us one day. When she spoke, what are you doing here as a caddy? She said, I've taken JAMB 5 times. And there's always one story or the other. Before we finished the game that day, I got an admission in Ghana and paid $5,000 every year for 4 years. That's the reason you should create wealth. I can only remember her first name, and I know she's from Ubiaja in Edo. I remember. Second one, I think her name is Agnes Clement. Her mom is the one selling small rice at the place. Agnes walks up to me and said, my mother had 5 of us. Our father is dead. All she has is the money from cooking rice for these caddies. I want to go to school. I sent her to Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, where she had an OND. She came back and said, I want to go back for HND. I said, why go for HND? Why not do a degree? I sent her to Ghana. So right now she's doing her youth service. This is why you should create wealth. Why do I do that? Because when I was ready to go to school, there was nobody to pay. Some of us were so brilliant, but no one. In fact, I remember even in primary school, I couldn't cope with the class because I was ahead of the class. My teacher had to tell me, look, the books in this school is not your level anymore. She had to give me the address of the then Western State Library by Obisheson Hall in Ibadan. But then, despite brilliance, there was no one to sponsor. So today, when we talk of wealth creation, you need to know that God wants you to create wealth. For those of you who still say, hey, show me in the Bible, there are 375 scriptures, direct and indirect, on prayer. 375, direct and indirect, on prayer. And actually, I'm the only one on earth who has produced a prayer Bible. So I know a little bit about prayer. However, I want you to know, while there are 375 scriptures on prayer, there are 2,000 on finance, on biblical economics and finance. Every parable you know in the Bible, out of the 37 parables of Jesus, 23 have to do with finance. I'd like you to mention some parables to me. The parable of the sower, that's economics. The man had capital. He sold some by the roadside. That's not where to plant your business. Straight away, the thing was destroyed by wrong staff, birds that ate it up. The second seed he had again, he planted it amongst, he went down and threw the seed on the rocks where the thing would not gain ground. You don't invest in businesses that have no future. The third set of seed he threw among the thorns that choked the possibilities Only one that is sowed in good ground provided anything. Give me one more parable. Talent. The parable of the talent. One man was given 5, one man was given 2, one man was given 1. Talent in the days of Jesus, in today's money, is $500,000. So the man who was given 1 talent was given $500,000. The exact amount that was given to Aliko Dangote when he was 17 years old. He was given $500,000 by his uncle, Tata, and he turned it to what it is today. One man was given 5 talents, he multiplied it. The other one was given 2, he multiplied it. The one who was given 1 talent, he did not multiply it, not because it was small, but because his mind was small. His mind was small. This afternoon, as I teach, I like to challenge you. I hope they will be able to do all right. I like to teach you on the 9 hours of revolutionary wealth. After the 9 hours of revolutionary wealth, I would now like to quickly teach you on the power of land ownership. The power of land ownership. The first one is revolutionary wealth, and the second one is the power of land ownership. Creating wealth without effort is necessary. Many think it is tough, many think it's not possible. Many say money does not grow on trees. I don't know which tree you are talking about. Money grows on trees. It depends on the tree you are talking about. Money grows on cocoa tree. Money grows on orange trees. Money grows in several places. However, the answer lies on you moving the tedious process and creating a pipeline that will take your water to the tank. If they can move in the slide quickly. Listen, many of us do not realize there is a difference between a person who has a bucket of water and a pipeline. A bucket of water and a pipeline. The bucket of water has limited size, even though it looks big. Maximum, it holds 1,000 millimeters or whatever of water. But this pipe, though it is narrow, but water continues to flow it. The reason many do not create wealth is that they are just looking for a bucket to carry. Your life should not be that of a bucket carrier. The pipeline will bring the water whether you are sleeping or whether you are walking. But the bucket, you have to be available. 95% of people on earth are bucket carriers. They invited me to come and teach. When I start the 9 hours, some of you are going to say, ouch. But today your life will be transformed. Something will change. There's going to be a shift in your mind. Are you ready? So you see, you've got to understand that this man cannot make money because unless he is around to carry the bucket, there'll be no money. But this one is passive. It's just there. The money, the water just keeps flowing. The water keeps flowing. Passive money making is the fastest and the best way because it is beyond being active. It is you learning to create a system that flows. It is better to be a conduit than a container. Whereas from your nursery to university, you've been taught to be a container and not a conduit. And if you're going to create wealth, you've got to change the narrative. Tell your neighbor to change the narrative. Let me show you some of the narratives that have held you down. 9 hours. The first 3 are going to mess you up. The first hour is the hour of rates. Many of us live on rates. Living on rate is tough. Living on rate is difficult. It is difficult to plan and save effectively based on rates. Living on rates is difficult. It's difficult to plan and save effectively based on rates. What is rate? Rate is salary. Look at me. You can never create wealth on salary. There is no Nigerian in this nation on a salary of $1 million. There is none. Not even the bank CEOs And by the way, the salary of your president, official, is 1,026,000 naira a month. We know there are other emoluments. But you see, you've been trained. In fact, your parent told you, Bobaka wire atariaro ko. So you were told to get ready for rates. Rates makes you sell your hours. It affects a work-life balance. But today I want you to know you got to be familiar. If that's where you are at the moment, if you are a salary earner at the moment, be familiar with your salary, be familiar with your industry. Pursue something better than you are getting. Build your case. Build your case. Tell yourself the truth, act, and then factor in all the perks and benefits. If all you have is rates, salary, look at this one, say salary. Say it one more time, salary. If I can have a flip chart, I don't know if they have a flip chart, but if they're not, no worries. You see, you can never create wealth on salary. The reason is the day I hire you and I said pay you 500,000 naira a month, I have already determined your rate. You cannot rise above that. So in order for you to create wealth, you need to live above rates. You need to live above rates. Let me go to the second R. The second R is remuneration. I like you to say remuneration. Please say it louder, remuneration. Remuneration is what people earn as total package. So the first R, they're just a salary earner. And with salary earning, life is so monotonous, so mundane, so predictable, so not going anywhere. You wake up in the morning, you rush to work, you come back home, you have some food. You watch television, you go to bed. You wake up in the morning, you rush to work, you come back home and have some food. You watch television, you go to bed. You wake up in the morning, you rush to work, you come back home and have some food. You watch television and go to bed. You wake up in the morning and rush to work, you come back home and have some food. You watch television. One day you wake up, your hair has changed color. That's if you still have hair. Because some people have parting, some people have departing. And you didn't realize it. Oh, I'm trying to do all I can in this 1 hour to pour all I can into you. I teach this 2 times a month. People pay £200 every month. So you are getting it free. You just do not realize how, we think we are independent and we don't realize. Today is Saturday, wait until Monday morning. 5 a.m., Third Mainland Bridge is stand still because we all go one way. Wake up in the morning, rush to work, come back home, have some food, watch television. All the cars from all the places that comedian was mentioning, they focus on the island in the morning. The cars coming out of the island are few. Listen, and what I'm teaching you is not a Lagos problem. It's a London problem. It's a Washington problem. It's a New York problem. I was going to leave Washington to go to Toronto. And I was told, you have to leave your hotel by 4:30 in the morning. My flight is 9 a.m. I said I should leave my hotel 4:30. And the airport is only 40 minutes. Because it's the same. Everybody has been trained to just work for rates. But now the second level is remuneration. Please say louder, remuneration. So remuneration means that You now get total package. Total package means you get things, you get salary, you get emoluments based on your experience, your location, your education, the industry in which you are. You make employers know why you need to get more in your remuneration. You let them know, I need to have more than a salary. I deserve this. I need money for the fuel. Right now you need fuel money, man. Nowadays, not everybody gets to the petrol station and say, fill up. In fact, if they attend and say, fill up, will fill your head. Put 2,000 naira and get out of here. Fill up, go. Fill up. Somebody say remuneration. But let me take you to the third R, because I want to see how much I can cover. The third R is replication. I'd like you to scream this one, replication. Please say it one more time, replication. Everybody, wherever you are, look at me. If you want to create wealth, you must look for something you can replicate. A barber will never be a millionaire until he opens many shops. A hairdresser will never be a millionaire until she has many shops. I was teaching this in Winnipeg, in Canada. And when I was talking about replication, we call it replication or scaling. Imagine you had a hairdressing shop. Let's look for a name for your hairdressing shop. What name shall we call it? Flowers. Flowers, hairdressers. For you to become a millionaire, you need to have Flowers Ikeja. Flowers, Lekki Phase 1. Flowers, Surulere. You have Flowers, GRA. You need to have Flowers in Vestac. You need to have Flowers in Ikorodu. By this time you have 10. You told the manager of Flowers, Ikorodu, Ikeja, all those places that look, you must deliver 10,000 naira every day. No story. Times 10 shops, how much is that? 100,000. In 5 days, how much is that? 500,000 naira. So if somebody tells you there is no money in hairdressing, there is money. It's just that you have not learned the power of. Too many. You see a lot of people, they say, I'm going to start my own business. And all they are doing is they are self-employed. That's why I need a flip chart. Because you see, ESBI. Just have it in your mind. ESBI. E is employment. S is self-employment. So if you carry your briefcase, you say, I'm in business, and you are the only staff, you are still an employee. It's not that you are self-employed. ESBI. B is for business. When you begin to replicate. Let me show you replication. I live in a small house in Lekki. My house is by the waters. It's a very tiny house. Pastor Olumide Emmanuel has been to my house, and these pertinent gentlemen, I had to drive them out of my house. They didn't want to leave. Just joking. I noticed one guy who comes to the estate in which I live. The guy did not go to school. Not much. His name is Taju. Taju has a scaffolding. Sometimes Taju has 10 houses a week to put scaffolding around. And he charges 750,000 naira for full scaffolding of a big house. If he does it for 10 houses, how much is that? Taju did not go to school. Taju cannot speak good English. And his car is not a good one. But he knows the power of. Because many of the guys you see in big SUVs, they are 3 months away from poverty. Yeah. Because they are salary earners, they are rates people. And if they are not rates people, they are remuneration people. For you to create wealth, you've got to move to what? Give me some big name eateries you've heard of in the world. KFC, McDonald's. Let me take McDonald's. I was driving through a part of Maryland, USA 3 years ago, 4, and they were celebrating that they have just made 99 billion burgers. You can't do 99 billion burgers in one place. You want to know the secret of McDonald's? They have 25,000 outlets. 25,000 outlets. Have you ever seen the founder? Have you ever seen, in fact, ever seen the owner? No. In fact, the guys must have gone by now. Ray Kroc and his partner must have gone by now. But what they did was to replicate this. And when you leave Lagos, well, there's no McDonald's in Lagos. They refuse to come here. I don't know why. Everyone who has gone to them franchise with millions of dollars, they refuse Nigeria. Don't mind them. We will show them. Anywhere they are, the McDonald's in London does not taste different from the one in New York. It's the same thing. But it's the power of what? Replication. So today, if you didn't get anything from me, if I stop on that art of replication, just take any concept. In fact, I remember a young man who started something of replication. I felt very sad when I read his story. He had an MBA here in Nigeria, worked for some people, then he went and started his own eatery based on, the kind of concussion food we all prepare in the university. And he was doing well. But then he began to sell his franchise too early. He should have delayed a little bit. So replication, somebody say replication. Replication allows you to create an industrial revolution. Replication makes your business to be everywhere. Replication means that you are capturing. I mean, if you look at, there's a major dry cleaning company in GRA Ikeja. I used to live in Okpebi. Then I sold the house and moved my home to Lekki whenever I'm in Nigeria. The same company have 2 in Lekki, so I don't have to come back to Ikeja. Replication. I like their service, so their service is available again. Same thing, same banner, same logo, same style. Replication. If you can get a vision and replicate it, you're on your way. And you replicate through constraining, you replicate through concentration. If they can find that page, it's slide number 34. You replicate through supply, you replicate through demand, you replicate through thinking big. Somebody say think big. Oh please, you need to speak like future billionaires. Say it louder, think big. When billionaires show up in a place, they speak like they're in charge. So somebody say, think big. You've got to understand that you've got to replicate based on demand. And there's a demand. Look at me. Another thing I want to leave you with in case I don't have enough time. Don't forget this. Do not forget this. Whoever told you to follow your passion led you wrong. Stop following your passion. Start solving problems. Start solving problems. Start what? Problems. Start solving problems. The day you start solving problems, people will be throwing money at you because you solve a problem. Never forget that truth. R number 4. Oh no, there's more under replication. Replicate with time, replicate with good partnership, replicate with vendors, replicate with opportunities, replicate with mentors. By vendors we mean, when I was coming here, I don't know what happened, and something struck my mind. I remember a proverb from Abeokuta called Shebo Timon, Elewa Shapon. I just imagine that mama having a replication. Elewa Shapon, Itori. Elewa Shapon, Ibeyi. Elewa Shapon, Lagos Road. Then she comes to Lagos. All the guys who have heard of her, Elewa Shapon, Ikeja. Even if it is just to go and taste it, you will go. But no, our mothers will sit by the same pot and they'll be saying it is the devil that is fighting them. Many people who blame the devil, Satan does not even know they exist. Yes, sir, I'm a theologian, and I can prove to you that Satan has never appeared to more than 5 people. I'll leave you hanging. Only 5 people, because they are the only ones that are his level. He's a bad spirit. Satan only appeared to Adam. He only appeared to Jesus. He only appeared to Job. He only appeared, who else? Adam, Job, Jesus. No, Adam and Eve together. Job, Jesus. Where else did you see him? Nowhere. Can you see now? I've just proven it to you. So number 4R, I'm not doing too well with time. Number 4R is rent. Somebody say rent. Say louder, rent. So the 4th R to move you into wealth is for you to now begin to find something to rent out. Something to rent out. Something to rent out. Something to rent out. Next one, rent apartments, rent offices, rent event venues, rent campsites, rent land. The pastor of this church came to me and said, "Sir, we want to be renting out the building." I said, "Do it, but don't put prayer dome when you are renting out. Use an event name, because of what we call I'll remember, because that's what you should be very careful. Never call any business in a religious name. Don't start Hallelujah Bread. Don't start Anointed Rice. Because once you do that, remember the word, once you do that, you have segmented the Muslim person away. You've segmented the whole market away when you use religious words. Never use religious words for your business. Use words that are rather mystical, that makes people say, what does this mean? I have an estate. The name of my estate is Macarius. I like that. Which one is this? What does this mean? Rent will change your life. Look at me. And when you rent out, it doesn't mean you own everything. But if you can make enough money to have apartments to rent out, office rental, event rental, it means that while you are not there, somebody is paying. The building is making money. On Opebi Road, I have a building that is 7th floor and has 29 suites. I kept 3 to myself. We gave an agent to rent out. He's rented 26 suites. So I don't even know when the rents are due. The agent just sends the money. That's what money should be. It should be a stream that flows to you. And for those of you who love the Bible, you need to know, from day one, God was preaching to man to prosper, but they didn't get it. He created only 2 people. First, he created the river, then made the river to break into how many? 4 rivers, one and one man, one woman. How much water they want to drink? Why give them 4 rivers? Because he's preaching to them that you should have multiple streams. And even each of the rivers means something. The first one means free flow, Gihon. The second one means sweet river, Pison. The third one means fast like an arrow. And the fourth one means breakthrough. inside the garden for only 2 people. A message was already being preached to them. So let's go to number 5R because of time. The 5th R, moving away from so many things. Now let me do slide 44. Slide 44. Rent out wedding equipment. There are people who want to show, Nigeria will I show. There are people who want to show that they wore the best wedding dress, but they can't afford it. Go and set up the place. Set up nice tuxedos for the men. Beautiful wedding dress for the ladies. Then make some noise about it. You'll be amazed. Party supplies. Furniture. Slide 44, please. Vehicle rental services. Uber is now worth $18 billion with 11 million drivers. Uber does not own one car. Did you hear me? The company called Uber does not own one car. They use your car. You make money on their behalf and send to them because they solved a problem. You are feeling good. I'm working, I drive Uber. They make money, I make money. But whose car? Your car. Whose money did you send to them? Your money. Why? Their idea. They solve a problem. When you solve a problem, look at me. When you solve a problem, money gets angry if you don't let it come in. Money will knock down your door. Money will come in through any corner because you solve the problem. All right, let's go to the 5th R. The 5th R is the R of what? I can't see it. Oh, there's still Sati on the corner there. Royalty. The R of royalty. What is royalty? Your royalty is payment made for the right to use your material. Royalty is the right paid to you. And Nigerians are gifted. Somebody scream, I'm gifted. Royalty is payment made to you to use your material. If you write a song, before you give them on Sunday to sing in your church, copyright it. Because it's your gifting. During the COVID-19, America survived on the song of one girl from Nigeria. So there was 114 million views. And every time they view, money came to her. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. That is who you are. America survived on that song. They held on to it. We couldn't see their faith preachers, all the noisemakers. They went quiet. It was that girl's song they held on to. The royalty brought to her changed her story. So that's royalty. Books give you royalty. Songs give you royalty. That's why when any of these artists, David, Whiskey, when they upload a song in 1 hour, there are, and today's platforms have changed everything. Today's platforms have changed everything. The kind of money Ebenezer Obey made in a lifetime, the boys are doing it in 1 day because of the platforms. This is your season. This is your time. The opportunities in our world today exceed the days of your fathers. And don't let anybody tell you there's money in the world. Money day. It's not money, it's money. Serious one. I was born in this Nigeria in the days when Nigeria's total income was 5 million. 5. Today, Nigeria talks in not me, not B, but trillion. So you got to understand royalties, selling your vinyl cassette, digital download, streaming music, royalty, play live shows. The only place where they don't respect the artist is Nigeria, where the radio station will play and not pay you. And if they're helping you to play your music. We have a policy in KICC, this church we're looking at, particularly the United Kingdom version. We don't play any music in our Sunday worship without permission. We have to go register for using the song to worship. So I think maybe £3,000 every year we just pay. Let them just distribute to the guys whose songs we are using. Because a man is worth of his due. May your royalty begin to flow in. I know this is not an amen's place, but and if you don't feel like saying amen, you say, oh me. Sell merchandise. Offer fan subscription. Oh, you don't know the power of subscription. It basically straight away means that somebody has given you their details. And one day they will need your service. Many of us think that creation wealth is wake up in the morning, rush to work, come back home, have some food, watch television. Collect public performance royalty. Did you know that? Look at this lady. Right now she's not singing. She said she's suffering from a sickness that cannot be cured. You are my lady. Celine Dion. As she's not singing, so $80 million will come this year. She's not singing, though. What's the name of the one that just cancelled her world tour? Madonna. I know somebody will know. In Nigeria, Madonna just cancelled her world tour. She said, I'm not feeling well. Even are you feeling well again? You this sickness, you won't deny me of money. The Lord rebuke you. You go out. Madonna knows that just from royalties this year, what's the name of this girl whose father is Latino and her dad is black? I can see her face, I can't remember her name. She sang one Christian Christmas song, Christmas. Mariah Carey, every Christmas, $8 million must come. Yes, thank you. Every Christmas, she doesn't do anything. Any station that plays it, any place where they use the music, $8 million come as royalty. Social video monetization. And please, for those of you who create videos and put online, put the truth. Don't destroy people. Because you know that if you put that Genevieve is dead, people will go and watch. Then you make money. You curse yourself. Please don't do that. Social video monetization, special music sponsorship, make money from YouTube music, teach music. Anything you know to do, create your own platform. How many of you are mathematical geniuses here? Let me see your hand. You're very good with maths. Oh, somebody's pointing at Olorun Shega. Good. If he wasn't having something else to do, he could have just created a class, 5 minutes, catch the people to come close. After they come close, okay, so you love my teaching. I can make you pass your GCE easily, your WAEC easily. It will cost you 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira. I will take you through. It just needs 1,000 people to pay 5,000 naira every 6 months. How much is that? That's 5 million from that angle. And another 6 months, another 5 million. And he's not stressing, he's recorded it 30 minutes. He did 10, he left it online. You want it? Something automatically sends you the code to enter to watch. Royalty. Not wake up in the morning, rush to work, come back home, have some food, watch television. creation of intellectual property, creation of intelligence, YouTube skits, any creation at all. Any creation at all. People must get your permission because I wrote a groundbreaking book. I've had major universities in the United States of America and England ask for permission to quote from my book, What's Wrong with Being Black? Because it took me 5 years to write, and I put 7,000 references. They can't just quote it. They must get permission, and they must pay. Apple has income of more than the GDP of several nations. I love that. Please put that next slide. Please. Apple has income of more than the GDP of several nations. When this teaching is over, make sure you Google what is the GDP of the whole of Africa. The GDP of the whole of Africa is $2 trillion. And the income of Apple alone is close to $2 trillion. So all 56 African nations have an income the level of just Apple. How did it start? One young man decided to start Apple, and that's all. You have that capacity. You have that ability. You will shine. So number 6 is rights. I'm not going to stay long on this because rights and royalties sound a little bit alike. Rights are brand recognition. Rights are increasing your power, making sure that anybody wants anything, you give them franchise. What does franchise mean? Look at me, look at me, look at me. My friend Cosmas Maduka has the franchise to sell Range Rover, Land Rover, BMW, and Rolls Royce. When your Rolls Royce goes bad in Nigeria, if you didn't bring it through him, you must go to him to repair it. I have a small Rolls Royce. I don't know if Rolls Royce is coming in small sizes. My own is a Phantom. So I have a Phantom. All the mechanics were doing all they can one time when the thing did not work. All the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Humpty Dumpty together. We had to carry to Costaris in 1 hour, they finished. And that 1 hour, 1.5 million naira. I mean, if you know how to do it yourself. Franchise. They gave him the franchise. And by the way, Cosmas Maduka did not finish primary school. Did not. And he's one of the most brilliant men you ever met in business. In business. So if you're here today, never let all those constraints you put in your way be your reason for failure. You will not fail. Let me take you quickly. So you need to franchise. After you need to get some franchise. At some point also you need to give franchise. Some of you need to get franchise, get franchise, get franchise, get franchise. Tell them, I'll be your representative in the country of Nigeria. And please don't get franchise when other people have gotten the same thing. Be the only one in the nation. And make sure you tie them up in such a way that they will not give so many people franchise. Number 7 of these R's is return. I like you to say returns. Please say it louder, returns. Return means receiving dividend returns on your investment. The man who rented a house is getting returns. The one who rented an office is getting returns. The one who is buying shares and stocks is getting returns. These are the ways you begin to create wealth. Your shares, interest, please put them. Shares, interests, dividends. These are the ways returns come. Appreciation of the value of what you bought. You bought a land in Mowe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The value is not the same today. When I bought land in Mowe 32 years ago, I bought 30 acres for less than $1 million. And then when it was time for me to sell, some of these men came and twisted my arm, bought so much of my land cheaply. I shall not tell you how much they bought it. I know your ears were open. But I also, I did well. You see, when I was buying those lands, I live in England, but never owned a house in Nigeria. I would come and stay in the hotel while I was buying land. Because many Nigerians, all they want to do is show. I never owned a house while I was buying the lands. I stayed in the hotel. Then later we rented an apartment where my family also began to come, but never owned a house for a long time. Appreciation came in. So the R of returns. Then number 8 is the 8 of reach. I like you to say reach. What do we mean by reach? Reach is your gift must be paid for. You can't have Sakol for free. He has to tell you how much you pay. Because that is express yourself for a fee, broadcast for a fee, appear in places for a fee, and it's a gift. Look at me. Look at me. I used to teach this when I teach on capacity building. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. It's a long time. In 1969-70, we used to have a comedian whose name was Baba Salah. When Baba Salah shows on WNTV, WMBS in Ibadan, for 30 minutes, his payment was £3 or £5. Some say £5. That was 1969-70. In 2014, for Akororo to come and show and be the MC for my son's wedding in 2014 for 2 hours was $5,000 appearances. This one, his level was £5, but this one have scaled it up. So he has changed the level for his reach. He has a name. We had to pay $5,000. My 2 sons wedded within 10 weeks. The second son was Sheilo. He also charged, I think, $6,000. I'm moving. Is somebody ready for reach beyond that? Are you ready? In 2012, I think, or 2010, I went to speak in Toronto, Canada, and this TV station, God TV, wants me to come to Washington to do fundraising for them. I said, look, I can't be running all over the place. Hire a private jet. Yeah, so they agreed and hired a private jet because from Toronto to Washington is just about 1.5 hours flight. And my son was with me. I mean, we don't have a private jet. When the boy got inside the jet, it was really showing that we are from Odiumu, Osun State, Nigeria. He was taking photographs everywhere, you know. I said, look at this boy. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, when we landed in Washington, because we came in a private jet, we're carrying British passports, we had to sit down, we didn't queue with the people who are immigration, who are migrating into America, who have visa. We have to sit separate. We flew in a private jet, feeling good. But while we were feeling good, a comedian like Akororo, another comedian, was walking to his private jet. His name is Steve Harvey. I know you know him. Baba Salah was how much? Akororo was how much? Steve Harvey is $150,000 per show. Anytime he does a 30 minutes to 1 hour show, is $150,000. He has a $35 million Gulf Stream. Same comedy, different level. Someone say reach. You want one more comedian? I say you want one more comedian? The next comedian, I won't mention his name, but you will know him. He's always behaving funny. Mr. Bean is a graduate of electronic engineering from Cambridge University, but behaving stupid. He's worth $200 million and he's on the board of Rolls-Royce. Baba Salah, Abororo, Steve Harvey, Mr. Bean. You are gifted. Stop selling yourself. Remember where we started. Some of you think your rate is the amount they are paying you a month. Get away from rates and move to your reach. And number 9 is revolution. Sorry, say revolution. Oh, please say revolution. Say, oh, there are too many things on that reach I can't touch. Revolution. What is revolution? Ladies and gentlemen, even Nigeria is experiencing a revolution. A revolution, put the next slide, is the forcible overthrow of a social order in favor of a new system. A forcible overthrow of a social order in favor of a new system. So in other words, revolution, and then go to the next one since we're late, is disruption by technology. Disruption by technology is that which can be used to create new markets, providing greater efficiency, quality, and benefits for the end user. Disruption, anywhere you are, don't queue behind the back anymore. How many of you want to sell property? Let me see your hand. Stop queuing. Don't do all those things I hear on radio. We have come again, we are land sellers. We'll give you 2 goats and 1 chicken. That does not disrupt. It immediately attracts Mama Lata. Baba Oni Sharp Shanks. Those are the people it attracts. And in my experience, in real estate, they are the most troublesome. They pay you 5,000 naira, they call you 10 times. 2 in the morning, they are the robot here. Have you put it against my name? Because I will curse anybody who does not, hey. I don't want 419. How much did you pay? You need to disrupt any place you are in. My first calling in life is a pastor. I went to college 49 years ago to train as a pastor. I'm 71. I was trained to just queue behind everybody and do what everyone's doing. But when I decided to step out and start the church called KRCC, I found that I needed to disrupt. So the church became the largest church since Christianity began in the United Kingdom. Disrupt. So we own a church premises like this one that is the largest for a church in the whole of Europe. 24 acres. So some pastor from Ibadan just rented it for 2 days for £60,000. 2 days. If that's even very cheap. But you see, they couldn't find anywhere. What you see replicated here is close to KLCC London because Pastor Femi likes to do anything we do in London. small. I came to disrupt. Whenever we were to advertise our conference, Dr. Olumide will testify. I took 50 buses in the city of London and put the advert of our conference. I didn't see my color, I saw my destiny. So I'm saying disruption. Somebody say disrupt. Okay, let's see what we can do with this, because I want to say a little bit about land. And I have another meeting. So we'll see how it goes. When it comes to disruption, there are so many things that will disrupt in the coming days. And some of you have had ideas, you can't see anyone doing it. Don't throw it away. Write it down. One day you will make it happen. Look at me. Disruption is coming. Wearable technology is coming. Now they are making clothes which the soldier is short. His shirt will begin to heal him. That is wearable technology. They are now making shirts which, when you wear it, it has signals. They are now making technology where you are yourself an embodiment of the message you carry. Disrupt through the Internet of Things. Internet of everything. Forgive my French, forgive my French, forgive my French. When I speak for some churches in Nigeria, I just hold my head. The church does not even have an email address. They are using Brother Joe's email address. In 2023, Internet of all things, nothing you do that you didn't have on your social media platform. Let somebody say, I'm always there. Yes, be there. They need to see you. Computers with sight are coming. Computers, they are even not coming, they are here. Anytime I preach around the world, I'm checking my house in Lekki from wherever I am. I'm checking my staff. I have a Philippine lady who works for us full time, lives in our house. I'm checking if she's working. From wherever I am, I'm checking all the cameras, if everything is okay. Disrupt, interface from machine to machine and machine to human. Disrupt, improve mobile technology is coming. Disrupt, cloud storage of data is already here. Disruption. So anything I type does not just sit on my phone, it also go and sit in the cloud. Disruption. Somebody say disrupt. Better cyber security measures are coming. Disrupt. Immunotherapy is here. Disrupt. I was in the plane on my way back to London. I go almost every week to go preach and then run back. I'm going tonight. And then come back on Monday morning. I was in the plane. This time was Virgin Atlantic. And I saw a young man. Said he used to worship here in KRCC. He had to run away. He created a disruption. And some people in the banking system want to kill him. It's a system where you don't need your card. You just need your Bible. Wherever you show. Don't say it's 666 or any Christian to daily. Because the going by Antichrist. Why should the devil have all the good things? Program advertising, disrupt. The young man created biosystem of buying, selling, so nobody can steal your card. Not the kind with 1419 or one. Forgive my French. If any SARS man is here, let him see me after service, he will see. Not one SARS man putting a gun to your head and taking you to an ATM to collect the money because you have your card. And you don't see any card. You didn't know that the thing is in your body. That is disruption. Now look at me. That young man was sitting in this church. Went to our typical universities, any of them. I think he said he went to because I asked him questions. You are gifted where you are today. They haven't heard from you, but the world will hear from you. I said the world will hear from you. 3D printing is coming. China have just built 20,000 houses in East Africa and South Africa. How do they do 3D printing? They put cement and everything inside the machine. They put the program of how the house will look, and the machine will go and lay it. This one is not Baba Sikira doing the work and using his eyes. Level. I used to have a cousin who was one of those kind of local contractors. They want to put number and say, level. So they began to call him Oju Level Baba Produce. Oju Level. 3D printing is here. Oh, there's somebody in this meeting. I know you are feeling fire inside you. You are going to be the next testimony in this nation. So we're going to see online on Encyclopedia. It's already here. Not we're going to see. I was doing an MBA one time. And all this fight of our university lecturers, they are not paying us enough. When I was doing this MBA, just one 4-page document from one lecturer in Harvard, you have to pay $20. 4 pages annually, copy Mary. And it's not only me, 1,000 people will see it. He will pay $20, even if the university kept 70% and only gave him 5 times 1,000 students every month. So somebody is still doing fighting and doing handout. Thank you, handout. Disrupt. Hologram technologies, MTN have brought it. No be juju. It's a real thing. So let me take you to land. Let me take you to land.
Let's go, sir.
Let me take you to land. Who am I? Just begin to follow what I read. Please don't stop. You follow what I read. Who am I? I am the basis of all wealth, the heritage of the wise, the thrifty and the prudent. Who am I? I am the proud man's joy and comfort. Who am I? I am the rich man's prize, the right hand of capital. Who am I? I am the silent partner of many thousands of successful men and women. Who am I? I am the solace of the widow, the comfort of old age, the cornerstone of security against misfortune and want. Who am I? I'm handed down to children through generations as a thing of great wealth. Who am I? I am the choicest fruit of toil. Credit respects me, yet I'm humble. Who am I? I stand before every man, bidding him to know me for what I am and possess me. Who am I? I grow and increase in value through countless days. Who am I? Though I may seem dormant. My worth increases, never failing, never ceasing. Who am I? Time is my aid. When we bought this place where you are today, we sent the money from London for these 4 acres. It was 30 million naira. Today, you can't sell one plot inside this place for 30 million. It may be something like 60 or 80. Because time is my aid. Population heaps up my gain. I knew Lagos when there were only 5 million. Today there are 22 million. Who am I? Fire and the elements I defy, for they cannot destroy me. Who am I? My possessors learn to believe in me. Invariably they become envied. Who am I? While all things wither and decay, I survive. Who am I? The centuries will find me younger, increasing in my strength. Who am I? I'm the foundation of banks, a producer of food, the basis of all work throughout the world. Who am I? Yet I am so common that thousands, unthinking, unknowing, pass me by. Who am I? What do you think I am? Have you guess yet? Can't go on and much teaching. There are so many books written by me out there. This one says 12 major steps to perpetuating wealth. This one says 30 reasons for owning your own company. They can sack you anywhere, but they can't sack you from your company. This one says that creative. This one too will change your life. This man came all the way from Toronto, Canada, so I'm going to bless you with the books. Bless you, Mr. Shiro. How many of you want me to bless you like that? Yeah, the books are outside there. You just buy your copies. We're going to close now. 13 questions on land. What is the land for? What do you need this land for? Number 2, how is the land zoned? Number 3, are there easements? Number 4, how is access to property achieved? Has it been professionally surveyed? Will all rights and interests be conveyed in the sale? I was teaching on wealth creation this morning. Somebody bought a house. They did not clarify who owns the garden. Is it the flat below or the flat above? Any water features? Let me just move away from this one, give you something else. A biblical and financial view of land. Slide 161. Land appreciates in value. Buildings don't appreciate in value. Lands appreciate in value. Buildings don't appreciate in value. Land was the possession God gave Adam at the beginning. Let me just tell you this and then I'll close. Anytime God signs covenant with anybody, the gift God gives them is land. He signed covenant with Adam. We call it Adamic covenant. He gave him land. He signed covenant with Noah, Noahic covenant. He gave him land. He signed covenant with Abraham, Abrahamic covenant. He gave him land. He signed covenant with the children of Israel as they left Egypt. We call it Palestinian covenant. He took the land of everybody and gave it to them. But some of them they did not take. Then, in the New Testament, he gave us New Jerusalem. God mankind land as a wealthy place to perpetuate wealth. Listen to me, everything I've said today, if you are really going to make it and break through, whatever you make, don't impress your friends with the latest car. Invest in land. Buy land. One day that land will increase in value and you will be amazed. You will be surprised. The young man told me about land in Moe, so I bought 30 acres. Every time I went and bought more until I bought 900 acres in Moe. I reached a point where I had more land than the king of Moe and the king of Ofada. They got angry. What's my problem? You are the king and the landowner. So listen, that's where wealth resides. Land and houses. Land and houses. So when you heard me that you should not stay in rates, one of the things that changes everything for you is properties, because they have a way of increasing your capacity. So you must reverse the curse on the land so you can take advantage of the benefits. Land is something you can leave as an inheritance for the coming generations. Land is the first thing God gave Adam and Eve as stewards. Land, the ownership of land is a sign of blessing from God. Land is a blessing on the covenant rights of the believers. Land gives you access to acquiring of wealth, equity, development, or prosperity for the future. I get to put number 9 and then I'm just going to close. For those of you who go to London a lot, there's a part of the city of London, Oxford Street, Regent Street, Bond Street. All this area is the wealthiest, richest area. Piccadilly is the wealthiest, richest part of the heart of London. And yet only one family collects the dues. In fact, the boy who collects the dues is right now 32 years old. and is worth $10 billion pounds. It is the land with which they married his great-great-great-great-grandmother as dowry when Oyibo dey pay dowry. That was the land that they gave as dowry. Today, the Duke of Westminster, his father died 3 years ago, and so his father had to transfer to him 32, and now what, 10 billion, because somebody passed on land and is collecting the dues that every business in the area pay rates, and there is a written agreement that Westminster Council must always pass a percentage to his family. When you own land and houses, you break the cycle of poverty in your house, you break the limitation of your family, you start a new generation, you start a new level. I didn't come here today to just say nice things.
Continue, sir.
To let you know it is possible. It is possible. If you came out of land, if you came out of poverty, your own poverty cannot be as high as mine. My father served in the Nigerian army and died in the Biafran War. He left nothing. In fact, my father used to be a funny. The family in the hometown gave him a piece of land to build. And instead of my father to start, the first thing he did was to go and buy the roofing sheet. Is that where they start? The man was a compulsive gambler. After he was sent message to them, we used to live in the north. I was raised as one Zaire, Kaduna, Fellow. Send message that they should sell the roofing sheet. I sent the money to him for more gambling. Died in the Biafran War, even nothing. No land, nothing. We became the mockery of farmers who did mock because we are the only ones who did not own anything. They were farmers. My father was a soldier. Of course, the people who thought they owned something, the land they were using was rented. And when the last Oni of Ife, before this one got there, chased them out of the land, they became owners of nothing. But today, where my father failed, I decided that I will not repeat my father's devil. I will not repeat my father's failure. I will not repeat my father's mistake. I will not queue. The man queued and was collecting salary. Wake up in the morning, rush to work, come back home, have some food, watch television. By the time he died, in 1967, he was on a salary of 22 pounds. Today, I have had to go back to the people who laughed at him to carry all the children and put in university, take care of them, the one who's sick, send him to hospital, build more houses there for them to be able to stay. The only family house built by one of my grandfather's sons, his firstborn, was built with mud. By the time I came, the house was already lean on me. I'll be your friend. I'll have you carry on. I had to pull it down and I'll build houses. And then I bring them home every year, 400 of them. Feed them, take care of them for 3 days. Strengthen the family. Broke does not do that. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if you're doing that, you can do better. A round of applause for Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo. Please, a round of applause for him. A round of applause. I believe we've learned a lot. A lot has been given. A lot of value has been given. Ladies and gentlemen, please, can we celebrate him? Can we celebrate him?